course I try to play a game, I'm pressing the freaking wrong buttons. But it's absolutely a lot of fun playing these old school games again. This is a game, by the way, I've played a lot as a child. It's such a difficult game. I've been even watching a full video about somebody just finishing everything. But when it comes to some old school gaming or Super NES, yeah, this works just fine. I think we have reached the point that we can play all kinds of old school games, handheld, 8-bit, 16-bit and even the 30-bit system without any problem whatsoever. Of course with 32-bit I mean particularly when it comes to PlayStation 1, where we're going to be moving on soon. Then we're going to do some testing. But let's move on into the Sega Genesis era, and yep, there is no problem whatsoever. These devices are just playing absolutely great on this. But let's move into the more demanding systems. One of them is PlayStation, but we have reached the point that we can just play these games without any problems whatsoever. And that's absolutely great. The D-pad feels perfectly, especially when you're looking at, let's say, the way how this just feels, how you can do your move with this particular game. So one of the cool systems that I love to play on these devices is Sega Dreamcast, and with the more power you're also going to have way better overall performance, and you can just see it actually playing some Soul Calibur. It's absolutely running perfectly without any problems whatsoever. But how about PlayStation Portable? I think this is the most demanding system on here. And you can just see that it looks amazing with the two banners. It's kind of smart, otherwise it would be stretched out and looking kind of funny. But for the best aspect ratio for the original games, how they should be played, they enabled this. But unfortunate when you're looking into the games. Maybe with some tweaking we can get some better performance. But PlayStation Portable is just too much at this point. And this is not the way how we actually want to play. Take consideration two-dimensional games will have a slightly better overall performance, but this is what we're getting. And especially when you're looking at not only the specification list, but the price you're paying for a device like this. Okay, so next up I just wanted to check some Automas Wave, another system that just pushes it to the limit. I did see some weird glitching going on when starting the system, so I would not expect the best performance, but I'm quite surprised how good it actually runs on this. So far so good. But let's move on to the Sega Nomi systems. I do see some minor glitching going on, so that is unfortunate, but that's something we need to live with for now. Maybe with an upgrade we can get overall better performance with the glitching thing going on, but besides that, the speed of the game is just working great. Another cool thing I'm happy to see back in these systems are the Quake and the different ports. Quake was one of those games I played a lot on the Open Dingus devices. Think about the Eras 97 and all the other ones and the V19. But this is just great to see they're returned, and of course they look so much better on these beautiful IPS displays, bigger displays, and the overall controls are of course way more convenient when it comes to these particular old school games. I know a lot of you love the Nintendo DS, I completely understand, because it was an amazing system for its time. But what I've noticed that this is not going to be a great overall experience. I'm missing out the joystick that I'm normally using with the, let's say, all the other features. So we do have the option to switch between the displays or switch between the different modes. But if you just actually want to play, yeah, there is a way to actually mess around with it. But take consideration, I couldn't get my, let's say, my digital stylus not active. But how about arcade and MAME? So if you want to enjoy some old school games, it's even an option to get yourself into the dip switches. It's kind of weird, you need to press the menu button twice. It will automatically leave this on, so we can mess around with this. Okay, beside that, we have the quick load quick save option that you have seen before. The MAME emulation will be limited to the normal games that we've played on many devices, including Pandora's boxes and game boxes. Killer Instinct and games like the Tekken MAMEs will not run on this. It's not powerful enough, but there are thousands of different games that are supported, like a device like this.